Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
Good of yourself.
I know this is gonna be strange, man. I'm a little afraid to ask you, man. But I'm a pastor, man, and every day, man, I'm praying for somebody just to share with. And I got my last cards that I want to give somebody. Do you mind, man, if I give you those? And that, have you ever seen those before? Do you mind if I show you how to use them before I let you go?
Yeah.
You don't mind? All right, let me show you how to use them, man. Thank you for this, man.
You're fine.
I try to have a time where I just like to talk to people. And I don't know where you are spiritually at all. But do you see any difference in these cards?
Yeah, let's see. Size and the color difference.
All right, which one's bigger?
I'd say the blue one.
All right, watch this. Now which one's bigger?
Whoa. That changed my perspective a little bit.
Yep, change your perspective. All right.
What the?
And I'll let you have them. All right, so do you mind if I ask you a spiritual question?
Go right ahead.
You don't mind, for real?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, this is gonna be another strange question, but so I'll give you $15 just to get your spiritual response and put it on my YouTube channel.
Go for it.
You serious?
Yeah.
You got cash out?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? All right. So I seen you pumping gas over here, and
Yes,
I was a little
sir.
afraid to come over here and ask you, but man, you such a great guy, man. Now, are you a high schooler or?
No, I'm 23 years old.
Oh, you are 23?
I'm an adult. Yes, sir.
Oh, good. That's good. Did you grow up here? What is this, Stroud?
Yes, sir.
Stroud,
I did grow up here in Stroud. I've been here 23 years.
All right. So, man, how was life growing up?
It was actually wasn't bad here. It was a pretty decent childhood.
Yep.
Growing up in the country, growing up, in a Christian household with a Christian dad, obviously.
Oh, really?
It was actually a great lifestyle. I enjoyed it. Got to learn a lot, and then learned hard work is part of it.
So, what you do for life and living?
Kind of just do everything.
Do you?
Kind of just jack of all trades, do anything, anything.
Okay.
Just whatever makes money at this point.
For sure. Where you see yourself in, I don't know, 5-10 years? Where you feel like you?
Hopefully, I see myself on 10 acres with a barnuminium, and a garage,
Okay.
a wife, and a kid.
Yeah.
Living a pretty decent lifestyle.
Cool. And you don't have to tell me your name, but if you want to, you can.
Oh, my name's William.
William. All right, I'm Coach T. It's Tavares Uzugwe. Some people just call me. Most people just call me Coach T. I coach basketball, I play ball, and I got into full-time ministry after a while. But you mind if I ask you a spiritual question?
Go right ahead, sir.
All right. So William, right?
Yes, sir.
William, what do you think happens after death?
Lights go out.
Lights go out.
Lights go out. I haven't really put much thought into. I mean, with my lifestyle, I should have, but I don't really put much thought into what happens after the lights go out.
Yeah. You never really think about it at all.
No, I try not to. I try to just
Yep.
embrace life and live life while I can, and then once the lights go out, then
Just gonna figure it out.
just gonna figure it out after that. See what happens.
They don't scare you at all.
No.
150,000. No, it's 170,000 people die every single 24 hours. Did you know that? Every single 24 hours. By this time tomorrow, 170,000 people will be dead collectively around the world, and people are gonna die one of four ways. Some people are gonna be murdered. Some people are gonna have accidents. Some people are gonna die of natural causes, and some people are gonna commit suicide. That's the only way you're gonna come out of here, right?
Yeah.
So I think in some ways we probably need to think about what we know is gonna happen, right?
That is true.
And
Yeah.
so I know, man, I know it's kind of morbid or people don't want to think about it, but it's going to come, and it could come like tonight, or it could come 100 years from now, right?
Oh yeah, it can come in at any time.
So you have any theories? Your best case scenario, what's going to happen to you, William, when you die? What do you think is?
Give
me your best shot.
Like what's gonna
Like
happen?
your soul, like where you going to
to
spend
my soul.
eternity? Do you believe like in a God or?
Well, all right. If there's actually a few routes you can go at this.
Okay.
In the Christian standpoint of it, you
Yep.
die, you go to heaven.
Sure.
If you're a good person, you go to heaven. You're a bad person, you go to hell.
Okay.
And then you get reincarnated.
Okay, reincarnation. That's another option.
That's one of them.
Okay.
Really, those are the only two I'd be betting for. And then, there's a wackier multiverse theory, but
You mind me asking? What's the multiverse?
Multiverse theory, it's where, what's happening with us right now.
Sure.
There's another reality in which it's happening the same.
Okay.
Same thing's happening, but a different outcome, a different reality.
Got you.
Something's different with it, but it's me and you, yet OnQ's on fire. It's me and you, yet McDonald's isn't there, but we're having the same conversation.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
we're not at a gas pump, we're at a restaurant.
In another reality.
In another reality, we're still having
Gotcha.
the same conversation, just something's different. It's
Okay.
not in the same reality.
That's fair. All right, it could be. All right.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know.
so one thing I like to do is, all right, have you ever specifically heard what Jesus said about what happens to a person when they die? Never heard specifically what he said.
No.
So let me share it with you. I want to get your thoughts. So what Jesus said is, after a person dies, they face the judgment.
All right.
All right,
The man at the gate.
man at the gate. You're gonna face the judgment. You're gonna stand before God, and you're gonna give him an account to how you lived. Now, here's why I lean towards more heaven and hell route. Now, can we be 100% sure? No. But I want to put it on trial because we're not 100% sure about anything. I mean, you can be, I guess. But
Yeah.
if somebody's in the courtroom, they've been charged with murder, you don't find them 100% guilty, but you do bring enough evidence to find them guilty.
You got to have that evidence, yeah.
So let me give you evidence for why I think Jesus and heaven and hell is real and not a multiverse theory or not reincarnation. Because Jesus, did you know he was a real historical figure, a real person? Did you know that?
Yeah, he was a real carpenter.
He's a real person. Even secular historians back in Jesus' time was recording the events of his day. So we know he was a real person. If somebody says Jesus never existed, that's really foolish because, man, it's so much evidence of him in the history of the world. It's more evidence that Jesus existed than Julius Caesar. He's the most attested historical figure in the history of the world. Now, everybody knows that he was real.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's where people have a problem, and I want to see where you at in this. Either he was lying about him saying he's the way to get to heaven. Because you know what he said? He says, I'm the way to get to heaven, and everywhere else to get to heaven is a lie. So either he was lying, he's the biggest liar in the whole world, or he's a lunatic. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he's crazy to say something like that. Or he's really who he said he is. He's really the way to get to heaven. He's the only way to make it. Tell me, which one would you feel like you lean towards the most?
Well, honestly, you know, growing up around the Christian religion, haven't studied a whole lot,
Sure.
so I don't quite have all that evidence to make an exact decision.
Yeah.
But if I would say, based on the evidence of the Bible, I would say yes, he is real.
Who he said he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say who he says he is.
Okay.
Based on the evidence in the Bible.
Best evidence in the Bible. Now, let me give you some evidence outside the Bible that you don't even need the Bible to know he's real. Have you ever heard his message on how to get to heaven?
No.
This is going to blow your mind. I want to share it with you and get your thoughts on it. Because you don't even need evidence in the Bible. This is evidence outside of the Bible. What I'm going to try to do is show you what that's like as far as your conscience is concerned. So can you be patient with me? I'm going to show you what your conscience, how you conscience. So based on conscience, you can tell that God is real. So let me give you the good person test.
All right.
This is not for me to judge you, man. I promise you,
you're
man.
good. Let's see this.
It's for me to judge. It's just for you to judge yourself. Somebody did this to me and it helped me realize, like, oh, I think God is real based on my conscience. So, William, how many lies have you told in your life combined?
Oh, God.
Me too.
Yeah, the number's up there.
Can't keep up with them, can you?
No.
I can't keep on mine. What do you call somebody that tell a bunch of lies?
Huh?
What do you call somebody that tell a bunch of lies?
A liar.
You ever stolen anything?
No, actually, I haven't.
Really?
No, actually, yeah.
You better than me.
Whoa. Take that back. Yeah, I have.
You know? Okay.
Yeah, no.
See, I broke into a church one time and stole something.
All right.
Before I learned what I'm telling you, man, my whole life was just so messed up. Have you ever looked at someone with lust or had sex out of marriage or anything to do? You can pass on if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
right.
No, there's some fine women out here.
Okay, so you've done it. Well, the Bible says that makes you an adulterer. You don't even have to be married. And Jesus said if you look at someone with lust, you already break the standard. All right? You ever use God's name in vain?
Oh,
You're so honest.
yeah.
I appreciate that. Me too.
A lot more than I wanted to admit, but yeah, quite a bit. Even every time I smash my knuckle or something.
There you go.
No.
What letter is in the middle of the word sin? What letter?
I.
So anytime you or I do what I want to do, who do you just put over God?
I.
And you know what? And you may do that for a while, but when you do what I want to do, it's just a matter of time before you actually feel the pain that comes with doing what you want to do. It's like looking at you ever put together like a dresser or a drawer or a cabinet or something from a box?
Yeah.
You have to read the instructions, but sometimes you don't really want to read the instructions.
No.
So you
No,
just look
never.
at the box and you try to put it together and you find out like, oh, I think
Yeah,
that's
picturing what it
screws.
seems.
What it seems, right? And eventually, if you don't put the cabinet together the way the instructions told you, eventually it's going to break down over time because you didn't do it right. Well, a lot of people want to take a casual glance at God And then all of a sudden their life started breaking down because they didn't really look at the details of the Bible to show them how to fix their life. So eventually their life is broken. Because I do what I want to do. If God created us, that means he has a plan. And his way is the best way instead of my way.
All right.
What you think?
Yeah. No, yeah.
You tracking?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, all right.
No.
All right.
No, I can understand that, yeah.
Yeah. But we always want to do what we want to do because I don't want to be locked into nobody. I want to control my own life.
Yeah, I want to do what I want to do.
Yes.
I want to live my own life.
Man, I want to drink, smoke. I want to have sex with my beautiful girlfriend. I don't want nobody telling me I can't do what I want to do because it feels good. But it's like taking out a loan.
Elaborate on that a little bit more.
All right, you ever took out a loan?
No.
All right, taking out a loan is like I go borrow money, but eventually I have to do what? Pay it back with what? Interest.
Yep.
So sin is like taking out a loan. It does feel good, but eventually
you're gonna
later
have to pay that back with interest.
Come on now.
There's
What you
gonna
think?
be some consequences.
It's gonna be some consequences.
Yeah. All right, I can see. Yeah. No, yeah. I'm tracking with you.
You tracking? Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to look at you. I want you, based on your conscience right now. Think about this. If God was real, heaven and hell was real, and you stood before God tonight, man, look at your resume.
Oh, no, I'd be kicked to the bottom floor.
Man,
I'd be kicked. I'd be going
it's
straight
over.
to hell. Yeah, it's over for me.
It's over because God is a holy God. He can't let sin go unpunished.
Yeah.
It's be like a judge, man. If you killed a bunch of people, the judge is gonna look at you and say, "Man, I'm gonna show you how heinous your murder is. I'm giving you the death penalty." Is he a bad judge?
No, he's doing the right thing. He's justified.
He's justified. Well, based on your sin and my sin, your sin is what killed Jesus. You put Jesus on the cross. So if you stand before God tonight, he owes you the death penalty. And it's called hell. And he's just being a good judge.
No, he's doing what he has to do.
He's doing what he has to do. So how do you feel? Like, think about it. Your conscience. How do you feel right now? Just think about that.
Oh, yeah, it's quite a bit to reflect on there.
Concerning, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that if you die today, if heaven and hell is real, God is going to blowtorch you with hell.
Yeah, I'd be cooking in Satan's little cooking pots.
And I'm black, so I'm already cooked.
Okay, yeah, you don't need no more.
I don't need no more. I'm well done. I'm so black, I swear soy sauce. All right, so let me tell you the good news. Because based on this, your conscience tells you, you know it, you feel it on the inside. And then creation tells you that God is real. I mean, if I told you your car just built itself.
Nah.
No, it's foolish. Even though you don't see the builder, you know that the builder exists because the car exists. Well, you know that God exists because creation tells you there's creator. It can't just make itself.
That is true, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So two things, creation and your conscience tells you what I'm saying is probably true.
Yeah.
You tracking?
I am.
Now, here's the good news. This is the good news that changed my whole life. I went from being a heinous, sinning criminal to being a person that loves the things of God. I used to hate the things of God, and now I love it. Let me tell you how. So 2,000 years ago, William, even though you're a sinner and you're on your way to hell, and you broke God's law, God loves you so much that he don't want you to go to hell. So 2,000 years ago, he sends